Michelle Joy Phelps, and I am joined now with none other than Joyce here in Big Bear, California. How are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying the weather here in Big Bear and just training hard. And I just finished sparring with Tyson Fury, and yeah, it's it's hard training up here in Big Bear, and it's put me through my paces, but getting me ready for my fight on December 1st.
So let's talk a bit about you first before we get on over to sparring with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
First and foremost, what can we expect next? We know that we're hearing Gerald Washington.
Yeah, so we just need a confirmation, and we're going to get this party started, and I'm ready. I'm been training hard, and I'm looking forward to put on another explosive performance.
Based on what you've been able to study of Washington, what would you say that you've been able to sort of look at and know that there are bits and parts of him that you can expose?
Well, Gerald Washington, he's a solid opponent, and he's got plenty of boxing skills and boxing smarts. So it's a good step up for me, and I accept the challenge and would like to get in the ring and put on another great display.
What did you make of his performance against Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, it was well, obviously Deontay Wilder's got that mad power, so he actually I can't remember that fight, but I watched the fight with Wesley No Fire, and just had a brief look at what what he's got, and I thought that was a good fight, good entertaining fight, and I like his style. So
You being here in California, there are a lot of other heavyweights around. Is there anyone in particular that you can tell me that you've been able to kind of get in and get some work in with, aside from Tyson Fury sparring?
Okay, so here in the US, I've done some work with Romain Severn and Dominic Brazil, people like that. There's other few people knocking around the gyms and that I've worked with. So it's been a good experience here. And also moving to Big Bear, I've been doing some sparring for Arsene Feroz, and he's a cruiserweight, but he's a really strong, solid guy. So I've been doing some good work.
Do you find it challenging to find guys your size with power that you can actually really spar with and work with? Because I know that that's always been a bit of a challenge for the heavyweights.
I've been lucky, actually. From being on the GB team, I've had Fraser Clark, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Nathan Gorman, even Lance Okoli steps up as well. So has some good sparring there. And back in the gym in London, I've been quite lucky. Managed to work with Romain Severn and Dominic Brazil out here as well. So, and it's I've sparred all the top heavyweights and fought them in the amateurs. So I think there'll be even more sparring coming up here. I think I hear Lawrence Okoli and Ditchko might pass through. So yeah, we've got amazing sparring up here.
We know that the heavyweight division, as I always like to say, is booming at the moment. It just seems like it's on fire. Since the World Boxing Super Series wrapped up, we now have Aleksandr Usyk, who will be going on to face Tony Bellew for all the belts. But we do know that he plans to move up to the heavyweight division. You've faced him before. What do you make of him and how he looks today? And how do you think that he'd fare against the other heavyweights?
Well, from spending time in the ring with him, and also seeing him against other opponents, other heavyweights, because they had it kind of like catch weights. They had super heavyweights and heavyweights in one division. So he was he's so skillful that he was like he's a walk in the park for him in WSB. I mean, I think his probably toughest fight was with me. So and I was like really novice-y, and it makes me cringe when I watch that fight back. But yeah.
How do you think that he would do now against the heavyweights?
I think he'll do well, because he's so skilled, and I think but maybe later rounds, and if heavyweights manage to get them punches on, maybe he'll if he gets a good one on his chin, then but then if he gets hit.
If he gets it,
so we'll see how it goes. See if he can mix it with the big boys.
Yeah, right. Well, how do you think he's going to do against Tony Bellew?
I think it's a good matchup, but I think I'd like to see Bellew win, but you never know with Bellew. He might come through, but Usyk is like, he's like so world class, such world class, and coming up from the amateurs, gold medalist, and had all that experience in WSB and professional. Now he's snatched up all those belts in World Boxing Series. So yeah, he's on fire, isn't he, right now?
Well, let's also talk about the other heavyweight that you've been sharing a ring with, sparring. Here's Tyson Fury, who's going to be facing Deontay Wilder December the 1st here at the Staples Center. So tell me, if there's anything you could tell me about sparring.
Well, as you can tell from the Tyson style, he's very mobile and agile, and so it's quite hard to land a shot on him. So, but it's really good sparring and training together, and it's a good learning curve, and I think it's a great move coming up here, and being at altitude and training with us lot is it's going to be beneficial for both of us.
How do you think he's going to do against the WBC champ?
I think it's going to be a difficult fight for both of them. They both got awkward styles, and Wilder with his wild punches, Fury with his slick, unorthodox style. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, Wilder's got that one hit punch power, and Fury's got that elusive, quick, unorthodox style. So if it just depends if Wilder can get that shot off, or Fury's just going to outbox him.
I had a good laugh when they were both like, "Oh, this is easy work for the both of us," and I'm like, "Yeah, right. Definitely not easy work for either one of the guys, right?"
Yeah. Yes, it did. Yeah, when I heard it was was official and it's announced, I was like, that's amazing that it's come off and they're both accepting the fight and it's happening.
Yeah. Well, another heavyweight that hopefully one day we'll see you against is Anthony Joshua. What do you make of all the talk between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, negotiations and so forth? Do you feel that it's warranted a 50-50 split, or do you think that it's less than that?
Well, I think Anthony Joshua in the UK is made UK boxing boom, and selling out Wembley 90,000 and stuff like that. He's the money guy. So especially if Wilder comes over to the UK, then I think probably Joshua should get the lion's share. I'm not sure how much people and engagement Wilder has here, and if Joshua would come over to here to fight him. But I think it's a big risk for Joshua. So,
but should Deontay go on to win December 1st?
Yeah.
Do you think that it's warranted a 50-50 split at that point, or do you think it's still like a 70-30? I think was what they were initially talking about.
No, I think that because obviously Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion, so I think that pushes his stock up to be on equal pegging with him. Right. So, yeah.
How soon would you like to be in with the likes of any of the three guys that we've mentioned: Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua?
Well, I'm only a few fights away. I think I think like top 10, and I'm moving up. Yeah, so a couple of fights, I should be in the mix, right in the mix.
Lord willing, we get you there. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I know you just got done training and you're tired and whatnot. What would you like to say to the fight fans who are tuning in?
Just watch my fights and enjoy. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll speak to you soon then. Bye, fight fans. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else